Illinois faces some big challenges. Today, we're about to hear a truly honest analysis of the problems we face. Equally as important, you'll also hear an in-depth discussion of some practical solutions. This is your radio source for stories, the insight, and the answers you won't hear anywhere else. Not in the media and not coming from Springfield. You're listening to Illinois Rising, presented by the Illinois Policy Institute. Now, here's your host, AM 560's Dan Proft.
Welcome to another edition of Illinois Rising. Dan Proft and very special co-host, co-combatant this show. I'm engaging in a bit of hyperbole, but it is interesting. Steve Brown, who is the longtime spokesman for House Speaker Mike Madigan, the longtime House Speaker, and the careers kind of mirror one another, right, Steve? I mean, you've been 3 decades with Mike Madigan?
Correct. Since the May or June of 1983.
33 years, and he's been Speaker for 32
quite a bit of
years.
Yeah, there was a 2-year break.
I that's what I was with the House, actually, on the other side. Mm-hmm. So two men enter the studio today. Only one man's going to leave. That's how we're going to do it.
Okay.
But for somebody who's been in politics, in Illinois politics, Chicago politics for as long as you have, and served as an advisor to, I think, everyone agrees, the most powerful man in Illinois politics over the course of most of the last 3 decades. I just wanted to give a little background on yourself, how you got into politics, and then how this relationship with Madigan developed.
Yeah, the getting into it was a bit accidental. I had been a reporter at the Daily Herald. I'd been their political editor, opened their first full-time Springfield bureau. Got to know a couple of people who were involved in Jane Byrne's campaign in 1979, or came to help her after she won. They said, well, you seem to know a lot about Springfield. Why don't you come to work for the city of Chicago as sort of a deputy in the Intergovernmental Affairs office? I had never lived in Chicago before. They said, don't worry about that. We can give you all the information you need. But you know about the legislature. You know about Springfield.
Did you have to stay in Cabrini Green with Jane Byrne?
No, but I was I was around that night when it all happened. It was probably, I cannot tell you how much of a learning experience to go from the journalism side of it to the government side of it, see all the different challenges that confront people. There's no better education than actually going from one side to the other. And then I got to know Mike Madigan as a result. And so when Jane lost to Harold Washington in 83, he offered to help me find a full-time position. He said, could you help us out with some of the media duties around the House at the time? And I said, sure, and here we all are. The first couple of corporate things I tried, looked at, didn't really pan out. And along the way, I've done other consulting work over the years, both in Illinois and out of Illinois. And it's not a typical career path. I don't think you can chart that out if you were sitting in a college preparing young people. But it's been interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure there is a typical career path in politics.
Probably not anymore,
yeah.
Right.
And your first contract with Madigan was like a 3-month deal?
3 months.
And
right.
So for the last 33 years, has you just been re-upping that 3-month deal?
Well, we do.
Keeps you on a short leash?
We do it annually.
You graduated to annual?
And so I remained a contractual employee, so I don't have to worry about the pension system personally, right?
Right.
Although I worry about it, from a public policy point of view. But it's been an interesting experience.
Tell us something about Madigan that is not well known. He's not a guy that necessarily avails himself of the media scrutiny a lot, doesn't talk about himself very much, picks his spots. And, there's this stuff about his, he likes to slice up the apples and he's very fastidious.
That made big news out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, he's methodical, he's studious, right. He's diligent, he's focused. We've heard all those descriptors, but something about working with him on a professional basis for that period of time that people don't really appreciate or understand.
Well, I think they may not appreciate the hours he puts into all this. And so if you're going to be competitive or try to work on something on the opposite side of Mike Madigan, be prepared to come all day. He is the most disciplined human being I've ever met in terms of his daily schedule, in terms of his eating habits, in terms of when he comes and goes. I also think that he is consistent, and if he says that he's going to support something you want to do, you can count on that. If he tells you no, no usually means no. A lot of people, Dan, you probably would agree, politics and government, they love to say yes, That's probably how we got to a lot of our problems.
Right.
And sometimes they say yes, and the last guy or gal through the door is the winner. Sometimes they just say yes to everybody.
Well, I want to talk about some of the problems that the people that are so quick with the yes and not so quick with the supporting resources for the yes to make the yes come to fruition right after this.